Hi, this is Alicia, and this is how to do a ballet bun. It's just really flat, and it's good if you have layers or not, long hair, short hair, thin or thick hair. You can pretty much get it to look very uniform, and yeah, here we go. Alright, so what you're going to need is a brush, and you're going to need some bobby pins, like a lot of bobby pins. I like to use the flat ones that are just like small because they're easier and they can get in little cases. A hair elastic, and some gel.
Go.
So you're going to start by just taking your hair and tying it into a ponytail. And this is where you're going to make sure that the surface of your hair is really smooth. Definitely brush it out before you do this. And then you can just secure it once you've gotten all of the edges smoothed out. And you can use a brush to make sure that it's good, or a comb. You just want it to be mid-level. Then you're just going to take some gel, I'm just using spray gel, and just spray around the perimeter of your hair to get all of little flyaways back. You can also use a rat tail comb to get them back, but I don't really need that right now. And just make sure you've got all of them up. And then this also helps make your ponytail a bit tighter. And you don't have to worry too much about the area right up against it if there's little hairs there, because you're going to cover it with a bun. So now what you're going to do is split it into 3 sections. Make sure it's really nice and smooth in the ponytail. And then I just like to take 2 fingers and then just split it. Hold on. Split it into 3. And make sure they're even by just measuring them and making sure, just with your hands kind of. And this one seems a bit bigger, so I'm just going to take some hair and put it to that section. And then a little from this middle one. And this one, just make sure that they're all about the same size. And then try to make sure, especially at the beginning, that they don't mix in with each other. Now you're going to use flat bobby pins to achieve this. I find that they work the best as opposed to like the really big open pins that a lot of people use. You're just going to twist the one section and then pin it. Right down. And it's really important to get it to be flat around the base, because that is what's going to make the whole bun be flat. And I'm going to use the section behind it. And I'm just going to do the same thing. Just going to pin it at the base. And then go up until I hit where the next section stops. So right there. And then I'm going to take this one and do the same thing. I actually need another pin. And just take the third section. It's good to do the section behind it, because that way you have more hair to pin it to. And then just keep going. If you have particularly thin hair, you can do this with only 2 sections. And if you have particularly thick hair, you might even want to do 4 sections, but I find 3 sections works the best for me. And if you have really long hair, you still might want to just do 3 sections so it doesn't get too huge. And then once you get them all in line, you're just going to go back to your first section. They kind of just split each other apart. They don't really mix if you have them all together. And then start twisting it again. And then just pin it. And you're pretty much just going to be doing this for the whole bun. It's just twisting and pinning each section. And you can do this on yourself or you can do this on somebody else. And it's great to wear for a class or for a performance if you're like a dancer. And you can just kind of put pins where you need them. That's why it's good to have, I get mine in like a little case. You can get them like that because you will need a lot of pins to complete this hairstyle. It might also help to wet your hair before you do this if you do have like a lot of flyaways. I recommend not using gel though because it can get a little messy. And really the goal is to just get it to be really tight. And then once you get to the end, you can just pin it underneath of a section, or since this one isn't done, you can even just add the end to the next section in front of it. And it's also good to kind of backtrack. If you have really long hair, definitely tuck the ends in so that you don't end up with a lot of extra hair. I find if you do have really long hair, because I've seen others do it, it just kind of ends up working out fine. You don't really have to sweat it too much if you have really long hair. And there you have it. This is how to do a ballet bun.